Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 11. Ooh, I just like the way that sounds. Welcome to day 11. I'm so excited that you are continuing this journey with me. I'm really having a lot of fun with this. So today I'm meditating with my sweet little, not so little, quartz crystal here, and I always meditate a little bit before I record, and Spirit's really showing me about contract breaking. And so in this meditation, we're going to ask to break any unconscious contracts that might be hindering our progress, whether it be around something we're choosing to manifest, or relationships in our lives, or your divine purpose. We're going to ask to break some unconscious contracts and replace them with new, more conscious contracts. And so that isn't something that can happen. Well, I suppose anything can happen instantaneously, but it may take some time. It may take a day or a couple of days or a week or two. But we'll initiate the process in this meditation. If you're into tarot, it might be something like the death card, where there's like an end of a cycle, an end of a karmic contract, or and the beginning of a new one. So we're just really looking at ending old cycles and starting new ones. And because it's close to the end of the year, I thought, wow, this could be a really important time for us to visit this particular situation. So the life review, just so you know, again, is not something that necessarily happens all at once either. I've had visitations from elders, from different family members who are on the other side. I've had just memories, like where my mind would be flooded with memories about a particular situation, a particular trauma, things like that. So just kind of a heads up that this meditation could bring up a few things for you. But there's always going to be this beautiful healing in the end. So one of the things, just to remind all of us, is that when we introduce love into something, it pushes up everything unlike itself. Being able to recognize that that's what's going on when we're doing a life review, that life review is the purge. So when you're asking for a really profound healing, when you're asking for a really profound change in your life, really profound purges start to happen. And, on a smaller scale, those kinds of things happen in therapy all the time. Kinds of things happen all the time when we do ceremony. We're asking for a particular healing, and that sometimes the equal and opposite of that healing comes up to the surface to be healed. And that's how we need to look at it. We're looking at this thing is coming up to the surface so that we can be conscious and aware of it and heal through it. So we don't get to just sort of bypass that step. But it doesn't have to be as long and arduous as I think a lot of folks sometimes are afraid that it might be. It often takes only a few seconds of full 125% complete presence with the feeling for it to move through you. And a lot of times in therapy and also in ceremony, a lot of times we're spending a great deal of our time and energy just getting to this place of not being in resistance to the pain or the suffering or whatever it might be. And when we finally give ourselves permission to get to that place, it actually moves through very, very quickly. So it's just a quick reminder of that. So this is just kind of the overall theme that has come to my mind as I'm sitting here meditating, asking Spirit, what should we do tonight? And so let's just go ahead and jump right in and see what Spirit has for us. Let's go ahead and get started with a nice deep breath. Slow, controlled exhale. And again, nice deep breath. Slowing down the exhale even more. Belly button to spine. And again, nice deep breath. Slow, controlled exhale. Belly button to spine. Grounding your energy deep into the earth. Choosing from the dirt layer, the stone layer, the water layer, and the fire layer. Just sensing into which of these layers works for you today. And again, we're going to take a nice deep breath. Slowing down your exhale even more. Creating that tube of white light 3 to 5 feet all around your body. And sending that energy all the way down to the center of the earth. And all the way up into the star nations. Feeling yourself connecting with Source, God, Creator, all that is. Feeling that tube of white light filling up with divine love. Opening yourself up to receive, just allowing that divine love to penetrate every cell in your body. Just imagining every cell in your body just drinking up that divine love. Feeling yourself coming into center and returning your awareness to your breath. Slowing down your exhale even more. Belly button to spine. Grounding your energy deep into the earth. Settling back into your body. And again, nice deep breath. Slowing down your exhale even more. Grounding that energy deep into the earth. Coming back into your body. And for just a moment, I'm going to invite you to think about the biggest, most difficult thing that you have been working on in your life, throughout your life. Maybe it's one of those things that keeps coming back with peeling new layers of the onion. Maybe it's one of those things that started in one relationship in your early childhood, but then shows up in subsequent relationships. You know the ones. We're just going to hold that thought for just a moment as we call on our ancestors and spirit helpers, beloved mighty I Am presence, angels, archangels, plant relatives, animal relatives, calling on all the medicine that we have resources for. Maybe even calling in new resources that we didn't know we had. Only of the highest love vibration. As we come to this energy of transformation of this thing, this idea, this concept, this pattern, this karma, whatever you want to call it, this thing that we've been working out our whole entire life. I'm just going to pick one today. I'd like you to give yourself permission to just notice what's happening in your body as you think about this particular thing, this particular pattern. Notice if there's any tension in your body. Notice if there's any emotions. Notice if there's any sensations happening in your body. Notice if there's any memories or narratives coming to mind. Taking a nice deep breath. Just consciously activating the heart chakra and slowing down your exhale even more. Belly button to spine. And grounding your energy deep into the earth. Coming back into your body. And have you ever noticed when we stop resisting, when we actively call in a particular pattern or emotion that has been difficult for us in the past, and we call it in from a higher love vibration? Have you ever noticed how the problem doesn't seem quite as big? So being able to access your heart chakra, being able to access your divine resources, your spirit team, your helpers, and then looking at this quote unquote problem through that lens, I think really helps us put things into perspective. Take a nice deep breath. Slow, controlled exhale. And again, nice deep breath. Slow, controlled exhale. Grounding your energy deep into the earth. And I'd like you to notice in your mind's eye a beautiful room that you're standing in or sitting in. And imagine this beautiful golden podium in front of you with this beautiful golden book. And you can see light just emanating from this book, as if the book were breathing, as if the book had a pulse. And I'd like you to notice as you turn the pages in the book that you can see that some of the pages are still blank and some of the pages are actually being written as you read it. And I'd like you to turn to the section of the book that says contracts. And we're going to take a nice deep breath and slowing down your exhale even more, giving yourself permission to be fully grounded, fully present. And I'd like you to flip through the pages of contracts until you get to one that really calls you. And sometimes they show you what the contract says, and sometimes they don't in this meditation. And you can always come back and do this meditation over and over and over until you're very, very clear about what is on that contract. But for those of you who are maybe more intuitive and feel guided, I'd like you to ask Spirit to please show you the next contract that needs to be broken, the next contract that needs to be healed. It could be an old belief system that you have about relationships, love, money, your life purpose. Maybe people that you've reincarnated with on multiple lifetimes. Maybe it's a belief that you have in this lifetime about worthiness or deservingness of love. You'll know. One thing is for sure is that once you get to this contract page, you're 100% sure that this is the contract you know is time to break. And it's really important that you take 3 nice deep breaths with an erect spine. And on the bottom of each breath, you're going to squeeze those abdominals, belly button to spine. Because this is activating your power, activating your will, aligning it with divine will. And it's also accepting that you accept the responsibility for what comes next after you break this contract. And what comes next after you break this contract is going to be change. And it's really important that you're clear about what you'd like to have instead of this contract. Okay? For example, it could be perhaps that you've been experiencing a lot of doubt or a lot of lack in your life. And the contract that you want to break is lack, or the belief in lack, or the belief in doubt. And the new contract coming in would be faith and or abundance, divine inheritance, those types of things, right? And then you're going to get very, very clear about embodying the outcome. Okay, but we'll get to that in just a minute. So let's start with the contract you're ready to break. I'd like you to put one hand up here like this with your fist here like this, okay? And we're going to get ready. So I'd like you to imagine that contract in your hand, the old contract. And we're going to take a nice deep breath. Slow, controlled exhale. Belly button to spine. Grounding your energy deep into the earth. And again, nice deep breath. Slowing down the exhale even more. Belly button to spine. Grounding your energy deep into the earth. I think for this one, we are going to be grounding into fire. But you choose what feels right for you. And then once again, nice deep breath. Slow, controlled exhale. Belly button to spine. Grounding your energy deep into the earth. And I'm feeling a whole bunch of energy here. I'm feeling heartbreak, the contract of heartbreak, the contract of not good enough, the contract of lack, the contract of doubt. So some of these are mine, some of these I think I'm sensing into what other folks might be feeling. Wait until you really feel that contract in your hand. And really give yourself permission to trust spirit here. So maybe it's not the contract you expected. Let's just trust spirit here of whatever it is that comes. And I'd like you to say 3 times out loud, this contract is null and void. And we're going to stamp void across the top of that contract. And say it with conviction. This contract is null and void. This contract is null and void. And then we're just going to rest our hands on our knees in a receiving position. Nice deep breath. Slow, controlled exhale. Just feeling that release. Feeling any excess energy going deep into the earth, deep into the molten lava. Settling back into your body, nice deep breath. Slow, controlled exhale. Belly button to spine. Grounding your energy deep into the earth. All the way down to that molten lava. Settling back into your body, nice deep breath. Slowing down the exhale even more. Belly button to spine. Grounding your energy deep into the earth. And just feeling the energy you've created in your body. Feeling the pulsing in your hand chakras. Feeling the openness of your heart chakra. Just knowing that you can meet any sensation, any memory, any narrative, meet it with love. And just pretend like you're watching a movie and let it roll and let it go. There's nothing here to hold on to. Because what's really important is what comes next. But for right now, we're just going to be here and be present and breathe and allow and let go. That contract was no longer serving us, no longer serving you. And I'd like you to once again take a look at the golden book of light right in front of you. And I'd like you to see on the next page that there's a new contract. And it's being written as we speak in beautiful letters of gold with a beautiful quill pen. And it's just writing itself through spirit. And I'd like you to look at the top of the page and see what the heading of that contract says. And in the next meditation, we'll do a welcoming ceremony for the new contract. Knowing that it's there, knowing that it's being written, and knowing that we don't really get to choose what it is. We can say yes or no, but this is an act of faith, asking Spirit to reveal the next challenge, the next happy, joyful, healing challenge. And we're going to take a nice deep breath. Slow, controlled exhale. Thanking all of the archangels and angels and Elohim. Thanking our ancestors our plant relatives, our animal relatives. Thank you for this beautiful meditation. Thank you for this beautiful healing of this old unconscious contract. Thank you for the excitement and the anticipation of the new contract that is to come. I'm calling forth any of our spirit helpers that are going to stay with us on a daily basis to help us stay centered and grounded and focused on our spiritual journey. This beautiful medicine journey that we are all on together. We thank you. We open ourselves up to receive and to give from the overflow of our cup to our friends and family and loved ones and those that we serve. Thank you for this beautiful, beautiful connection.